all so much for your encouragement over the weeks. And I will be going around North Eleuthera, and we will be going as teams. We will take these blocks and these communities by storm. You all stand proud with me, and let us move forward and let us build a great North Eleuthera. I am so happy for all your support. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, in our audience is a man. It's a man that delivers. He's the great leader. He's the man that's not afraid to make decisions. He's led this country in good times, and he leads us now into global recessions. He's the man that continues to take us forward. He will lead us in the next generation. He continues to make us proud. FNM, stand to your feet and cheer the man that we respect, the man we love, the man that we're so thankful for, Hubert Alexander Ingraham, our great Prime Minister.
Thank you very much, Theo. North Eleuthera, Harbour Island and Spanish Wells. Young people of Eleuthera, fellow Bahamians. We are 3 weeks away from making history. On the 7th of May next month, the Free National Movement will be elected again as the government of the Bahamas. That will be our 4th time in the independent Bahamas. That will cause us to tie the record of the PLP.
Are you serious?
They had 4 times since independence. It's time for the FNM to get 4 times. The people of the Bahamas know that the FNM is the best party to govern the Bahamas. We are simply the best in terms of creating great opportunity for this society, for all Bahamians, especially our young people. We are simply the best in delivering the good things which improve your quality of life, from the prescription drug benefit, the schools, the clean water, the modern infrastructure. We are simply the best in providing you with clean, competent, honest, and caring government. And this election that we're going to have on May 7th is an election about leadership. It's about proven leadership versus failed leadership. You know how the PLP playing hide and seek with Perry Christie? They're hiding him. Now you see him, now you don't. The frightening truth about Mr. Christie as leader of the government of the Bahamas is simple. He'll be an even more indecisive and late-again leader given another chance. He'll be the great follower and not the leader of the government. What a sad day that will be for the Bahamas. Can you imagine the same corrupt, crooked members of that crew doing exactly as they please while Christie is not able to say a word to any of them? Never. The headlines in the international press will not say nation for sale. Instead it will say nation sold to highest bidder. When there's no vision, the people perish. When there's no leadership, a nation will also perish. With the PLP in office, the country would have no leadership and no vision. At the end of the day, the question is this. A very simple question for the Bahamas to decide on May 7th. Do you want Hubert Alexander Ingraham or Perry Gladstone Christie to lead this country during these tough times? If you want proven, hard-working, honest leadership, then I ask you, vote FNM. Eleutherans, much of our modern Bahamas history began here on this island of freedom. It began not far from where we are gathered here tonight. By voting FNM, by voting FNM again, the Bahamas we love will be moving steady sunward. Being a part of the history means Eleuthera will born twins this time. Color red. You will be making sure that the Howard Johnson and T. O'Neilly are part of our delivery team. You have produced, these are your people. You born them, you grow them up. They are vibrant, smart, talented young men. They are going places. Launch them on their way. You know, Priscilla Rollins liked to sing that song, that Independence morning was like a new baby born in. Well, come May 7th, I want you singing Election Day morning, Eleuthera twins morning. Color red, color red, color red. Before I go on, I want to express my thanks and my gratitude to your representative, Alvin Smith, who is presently representing the Bahamas in one of the Pacific states, for his many years of dedicated service to the people of North Eleuthera, to the FNM, and to the Bahamas. I thank him also for his loyalty and for always acquitting himself as a gentleman. The party is grateful to him for the time that he served as leader of the opposition. I thank him also for his service as Speaker of the House of Assembly, following in the tradition of other Eleutherans who served in the high office. I look forward to Alvin's continuing contributions to the development of Eleuthera, to the FNM, and as importantly, to the country. And I especially thank him for the decorum he so valiantly insisted upon, notwithstanding the determination of some to mar our parliamentary traditions. He kept his cool and his head as that other side of provokeful people tried to run amok in the House. But like me, Alvin is too experienced a political cat to be had by political kittens. North Eleuthera, Harbour Island, Spanish Wells, Curran and Curran Island. Bahamians everywhere. Across the length and breadth of the Bahamas, FNMs are fired up and ready to vote. I understand you had a very successful red splash down here in Eleuthera. We had splashes all across the country. It flowed into one giant wave of color red that is going to sweep the Family Islands and is sweeping Nassau. Today we've been the heart of the PLP in Bain and Glenstown.
Color red.
Take it from me. Over the hill is turning. And the PLP dead scared. Monday, God willing, I'll be back over there. I'll be back in Angleton and in Centerville. I'm going to cause them to go back to their base because the PLP has been most neglectful of Over the Hill. We want to transform Over the Hill. We are the sincere people. We are the people with the vision, the know-how, and the desire to do so. And believe you me, Over the Hill is responding very well. Now you here in Eleuthera are part of that wave that's taken shape all over the Bahamas. The wave of color is going to sweep plenty crabs out to sea on May 7th.
Color red.
I want to say some things to Spanish Wells fishermen in particular, and to the people of Spanish Wells. Just as I met with fishermen in Spanish Wells, I met with fishermen in Long Island about the issue of poaching. I first of all have a confession to make. I confess that we need to do more to combat poaching in our waters. We will therefore boost our arsenal of prevention and quicker response to the threat of poaching by Dominicans and other fishermen. We are beginning to strengthen our national and southern defenses by completing a new Defense Force base in Ragged Island. It will serve as a constant presence in the Great Bahama Bank area, one of our country's richest fishing grounds. We will dredge the harbor at Inagua to allow for larger Defense Force craft. We also plan to develop a base in Grand Bahama and sub-bases in both Abaco and Exuma. At a cost of some $20 million, we will deepen Coral Harbor to 15 feet and reconfigure the dock to accommodate an expanded Defense Force fleet. We will maintain a continuous presence at strategic choke points throughout the length and breadth of our island chain in order to combat poaching, as well as gun, drug, and human trafficking. These bases are intended to act as a deterrent and enhance our capacity to apprehend those who seek to violate our laws and diminish our prospects for peace and prosperity. To create an effective dragnet and defense posture across the country, we will buy for the Defense Force, have built for the Defense Force, an additional 11 vessels. "11 vessels to increase the capacity to patrol our waters by the Defense Force. These vessels will include these: 4 70-foot vessels at a cost of $21 million, 4 108-footers at a cost of $46 million, 2 140-foot vessels at a cost of $27 million, and 1 170-foot vessel as a supply vessel at a cost of $12 million.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. That's for a total cost of some $120 million to be expended on increasing the patrol capacity of the Defense Force. In addition to the 2 aircraft we bought for the Defense Force during our term in office, we will acquire 2 additional aircraft. The vessels are being manufactured by Damon, a shipbuilding company in the Netherlands that has a record of successful producing patrol craft for the naval and defense forces of the United States, Canada, Jamaica, and Barbados. The first of the 4 70-foot vessels will be delivered next year. This craft will have a crew of 10 Marines and the capacity to be on patrol at sea, covering between 700 and 1,000 nautical miles for a period of up to 7 days. The 108-foot vessels will have crews of 16 and have the capacity to patrol up to 2,000 nautical miles for up to 14 days. And the 140-foot vessels will have crews of 22 Marines and the capacity to remain at sea and on patrol of up to 2,000 nautical miles for up to 21 days. And the landing craft will have a range of 1,700 nautical miles and a crew of 16. They'll be capable of transporting Marines around our islands, delivering supplies at sea, and serving as a buoy tender and as an emergency relief supply transport as and when required, like at hurricane times. This will be the largest upgrade to the Defense Force in its history. These upgraded vessels, bases and technology are critical to a variety of national security threats beyond poaching, including the drugs and guns, which help fuel violent crime. These upgrades are also critical in combating illegal migration and preserving and protecting our fisheries and marine resources, such as the treasures from ancient shipwrecks, which may be found in our oceans. We in the FNM will deliver a new and strengthened Defense Force posture in terms of more personnel also. We will strengthen the Defense Force by increasing the engaging over the next several years 235 additional Marines, and we will introduce a new Defense Force Reserve, which will eventually comprise 180 reservists. The first group of reservists will be deployed and trained next year. Now, Spanish wells. While the Defense Force got new vessels when I was in office, new vessels while Lyndon Pinland, deceased, was in office, Perry Christie in office purchased not a single new vessel for Defense Force.
That can't be right.
Dead right. Not one. Indeed, the Defense Force patrol capability now consists of 2 old and sometimes out-of-commission vessels, the Yellow Elder and the Inagua, purchased in the 1970s and 1980s while Pinland was in office, and vessels purchased by us while we were in office between 1992 and 2002. Perry Christie talks about national security. He just never did anything about securing our national security on the seas. And the fishermen, let me say, the PLP ain't serious about you. And they ain't serious about poaching. It's easy to remember, you know, how many vessels Perry Christie government purchased between 2002 and 2007 to enhance our patrol of our waters. It's the same number as the number of new schools they built. 0, nada, zilch. It also happens to be the same number of Bahamians who benefit from their promised national health insurance. 0, because they never delivered that promise either. Perry Gladstone Christie is the same man who tells you he's ready to govern from day one. Well, you know, he ain't ready with an election platform going on 7 days now until the election, except for calling my name. That's the election for them. Ingraham, Ingraham, Ingraham. Oh. As I told the people in Nassau and Grand Bahama, you know, it took Perry Christie exactly 7 days after he got elected to appoint an Attorney General for the Bahamas. To leave the country without an Attorney General for 7 days is frightening and reckless. In fact, it is unthinkable. It is a constitutional duty and obligation of the incoming Prime Minister to appoint the Attorney General immediately on day one. That's what I did. 1992 on day one.
That's mighty powerful.
2007 on day one. When Pillin was in office, on day one. Only one man couldn't make up his mind and make the appointment on day one. And now he tells us he'll be ready on day one. Ready my foot. Secondly, I want to tell you that it took Perry Christie as Prime Minister of the Bahamas nearly 4 years to appoint a Commodore of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. The Defense Force Commodore term of office came to an end in June 2002. They are appointed for 5 years' time. The 5 years ended in June 2002, and it wasn't until 2006 that Perry Christie appointed a Defense Force chief.
Wow.
For all that time, while the Defense Force man was dressed up in that suit, walking around, he had no power. Because he had not been legally appointed. He couldn't discipline anybody, couldn't do anything. Just have his suit on, walk around, call himself Commodore. But he wasn't no bloody Commodore.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Now, to lead the Defense Force by the Commodore is not only unbelievable, it magnifies the fact that Perry Christie is unfit to hold the office of Prime Minister. And now they have the gumption, the gall to tell us that they are serious about national security. Eleuthera, Hubert, and Spanish Wells. I also want to tell you, Spanish Wells, before I leave you, that we have engaged the government of the Dominican Republic on the matter of their nationals poaching resources from our territorial waters. Because they, like us, are involved in the election season, we've agreed that substantive discussions will take place following both our elections. I can advise you, though, that my government has taken a decision that any vessel detained for poaching in our waters and the captain is convicted, that the vessel will not only be confiscated, the vessel will also be destroyed. And so we want to advise the Dominican government of that position, that if they come and we catch them, we will destroy the vessels. I also want to tell you that we're going to create a new customs and border control agencies to better coordinate our national security efforts in the areas of immigration and customs. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are the party that delivers, you can trust us to modernize and strengthen our defense force. So, Spanish Wells, don't get swing. Stick with the FNM. We are the party that will deliver for you. I also want to commend the Defense Force, which, notwithstanding the limited number of patrol craft they have, for successfully detaining and bringing to justice 10 foreign vessels found illegally fishing in our waters last year, and 14 Bahamian vessels were charged for a variety of fishing regulation violations. Defense Force is given dedicated and faithful service, and I thank and commend them for their service. Eleuthera, we are pleased as a government have delivered substantially, overwhelmingly, on our manifesto commitment of 2007. If you want to see our 2012 manifesto, go online and read it. You'll find our comprehensive agenda for the next 5 years. We'll begin distributing hard copies, 50,000 of them, next week, of the manifesto, showing what we intend to do over the next 5 years. It's filled with bold, creative ideas that will help to build a first-world 21st century Bahamas. By the way, you know, today is exactly 1 week since the election was announced. Yesterday was nomination day. The whole election campaign is only 4 weeks long, you know. With a quarter of the campaign time behind us, the late again PLP has yet to inform the Bahamian electorates of the details of their election platform. Their campaign speeches and those of their candidates up to now have been filled with just one thing. This can't be the manifesto. Ingraham, 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 Ingraham. It's like they have an obsession with me, you know. I know I got their waters on.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. They ain't saying nothing yet. They keep talking about their new plans to address crime. Have you heard anyone in the PLP condemn the symbolic killing of an FNM supporter yesterday on the web? They plastered the effigy of an FNM supporter being rolled over by PLP adorned vehicles in Golden Gates. Now that's an invitation to violence, not a call for peace and respect for law. So Eleuthera, the very same man who failed to fulfill his first duty as Prime Minister in 2002 can't condemn violence by his supporters and even get out his party election platform in 2012. Doesn't that sound like nothing has changed? There's the same disorganization and dysfunction he will bring back to government. North Eleuthera, Harbour Island and Spanish Wells. Current and the Bogue. Current Island also. You have a rise and stand, T. O'Neilly. The son of Rosalind and Terry Neely, he's one of you. He's a graduate of Preston Aubrey High School, distinguished himself early as the first family island recipient of the Duke of Edinburgh's Silver Award. He's an educated man with a bachelor's degree in biology and a master's degree in business administration from the University of Liverpool. He's worked in his island in tourism and civil aviation. He's community-minded and committed to protecting the environment and preserving the rich heritage of Eleuthera, Harbour Island and Spanish Wells. He served you well in local government for a number of years. This is a very talented young man. He knows your needs and your aspirations. He has a bright future. He's going to go places. Tio, like many young Bahamians, realize that the FNM is the party that delivers. That we are the party that has the Opportunity Society. Now, in order for us to build this Opportunity Society, we have an all-Eleuthera strategic plan. First, we are upgrading your infrastructure in order to improve your daily quality of life and to build your capacity to attract greater domestic and foreign direct investment. We have and we are continuing to improve access to water throughout this island. We'll complete these water projects in our next term and improve the quality of water in Spanish Wells and Harbour Island. I look forward to the day when in Harbour Island and Spanish Wells you could drink the water from the tap. We have improved the reliability of electricity on the mainland and Harbour Island, which has been a big problem for some time. We've improved roads in Harbour Island, Current Island, as well as in South Eleuthera and here in the north. 3 Mile Island Dock is being transformed before your very eyes. We have completed construction of a new 6 classroom block in Spanish Wells and renovating existing rooms. Next time you will get a new community hospital in Eleuthera. And government offices, including the ability to have the public treasury and the Registrar General's office right here in the island of Eleuthera. We will enlarge and improve the dock at Harbour Island in our next time. I understand you also want a welcome center located at the dock. We'll look into that. And we're going to upgrade the North Eleuthera Airport and build you a new terminal befitting your status. And here on the mainland, we will create a new subdivision to meet the needs of Lower Bogue, Upper Bogue, and Bluff. We are taking Eleuthera to new heights. Eleuthera, you've suffered over the years with boom and bust. It's time for new thinking for this island. You need sustainable development for sustainable communities. I understand you've gotten to the swing of things and that there are a number of planning initiatives underway. We want to support you and collaborate with you in the process of building a sustainable future for all of Eleuthera, from Bannerman Town to North Eleuthera, including Harbour Island and Spanish Wells. Some of the grain development ideas being promoted by the Island School up in the south fit well with our vision for environmental sustainable development in our family islands like this island of Eleuthera. We've already announced in Manifesto 2012 that we will promote and support substantial expansion of Bahamian-owned tourism facilities in the family islands, providing promotion and marketing support, duty waivers and concessions, incentivize the development of small, environmentally friendly boutique hotels, bonefish lodges and other small quality resorts through marketing and promotional support, conduct strategic overseas investment promotions, targeting developers of environmentally friendly hotels and resorts, marinas, golf courses, and other amenities. We have a different philosophy of development than the PLP. Their failed idea was to promise anchor projects all over the country and give away huge amounts of publicly owned land to foreigners. That's what they tried to do in Mayaguana. They gave away 10,000 acres of prime land, including beachfront property, at a fire sale price of $600 an acre. Your FNM got back 6,000 acres of that land. You know, if you're out in the boat and you drop an anchor anywhere, it could do plenty damage. We have a different idea. This time, we restarted the process of promoting the islands of the Bahamas, each with its own distinct identity. We'd begun this strategy back in the 90s, but those other fellas dumped it and replaced it with a plan to give large acreage of crown land to private developers to build luxury homes tax-free to sell to other foreigners. Now, don't get me wrong. We support second home development in our country. We believe it's an important part of our tourism sector. It's just we don't believe, like they do, that second home construction should benefit from duty concessions that Bahamians can't get. If foreign investors in the tourism sector want to access concession, they can invest in and build hotels and employ Bahamians in the construction and the operation of the resorts. If they want to build a private home, by all means come and build one and enjoy your lifestyle, but do so on the same terms as Bahamians do. In keeping with this next time, instead of the failed idea of promised and undelivered massive anchor projects, we place more emphasis on promoting the development of boutique tourism experiences throughout the Bahamas. We believe the Bahamas can be a lead in creating a sustainable model of development for small states which are urbanizing rapidly. Our focus on environmentally sustainable projects will become a signature model in international development. Rather than seeking or facilitating scores of mega tourism projects, we will cultivate an extraordinary variety of sustainable, medium, and small-scale projects of investments. Rather than simply waiting for others to come and tell us how to do it, how to develop our country, we must create our own vision, invite others to share in that vision. We have such extraordinary resources in this country. We are the ones who must be in the driver's seat of our own development. Can you imagine a major corporation up in the north of the United States, in the middle of winter, wanting a small boutique resort experience in Eleuthera to bring the executives for a week with a small-scale, entire resort just for them? They can spend part of that week bone fishing or deep-sea fishing, going on nature and heritage tours, eating fresh snap and whatever fruits are in season, like a native pineapple here in Eleuthera. If we get this right, we can target a market that's lucrative, that provides us with great repeat business and is more sustainable. The Bahamas must continue to be the leader in tourism in the Caribbean. This is part of the FNM vision. We mean not only to revitalize our tourism sector, we also mean to deepen local value added, expand Bahamian ownership, and create new services and products. In this spirit, as a part of our recovery and growth agenda, a few weeks ago, I came to South Eleuthera to announce our major heritage tourism initiative. Given this island's rich tourism, this island's rich history and heritage, I can only imagine what wonderful results we'll have here when we launch this groundbreaking initiative.
Color red.
It will create jobs, increase economic activity, and increase Bahamian ownership within the tourism sector. It will help to upgrade some of the infrastructure needed to enhance our various heritage sites and the heritage experience that residents and tourists are able to enjoy. Visits to places from JC to Hatchet Bay to Low and Upper Bogue to Curran and Curran Island to the Bluff and Spanish Wells and Harbour Island. As I told Central and South Eleuthera last month, heritage tours to Big Bend slave plantations near Bannerman Town, Ocean Hole Park in Rock Sound, the banyan trees near Rock Sound, historic Cupid Keys with its old jailhouse, the Haynes Institute, the Leon Levy Botanical Plant Preserve, the Hatchet Bay Cave, and the old grain storage silos and historic Preacher's Cave, shelter, church, and burial grounds for Eleutheran adventurers, all hold great promise for growth and development of Eleuthera's tourism sector. We also want to make it easier for school children from Nassau to travel by fast ferry to Eleuthera and other family islands to see for themselves important historic and cultural sites and return to Nassau, all within the next day or over a weekend school trip. This will help to build national pride and respect for all things Bahamians. Already plans are in place to build a new, safer bridge, a glass window bridge. And the new paved road put in place by the FNM government has made Preacher's Cave more accessible to all. Similar to Abaco and Long Island, Eleuthera should create small museums to showcase your rich heritage and place in the history of the New World. We will incentivize such privately owned venues. I'm told that there's one in Rock Sound. As a part of our plan for developing our family islands, we may do the necessary to begin the largest migrations of Bahamians in our history to the family islands.
Color red.
Through our Back to the Island initiative, we want to encourage more Eleutherans to come back home and invest their resources and talent in the great promise of this island. We will ensure that you have access to Crown land to facilitate the development of new businesses and to construct or expand them here in the north. We fully expect that the produce of Eleuthera will have a prominent place in the native food market to be created in the over-the-hill part of New Providence. This will be another valuable opportunity for local value added to our economy as we create more opportunities for independent entrepreneurs to succeed. Eleuthera, we have many exciting plans for you. You've experienced many false dawns, but we believe that a new day is on the horizon for the island named for freedom. We believe that the party named for freedom is the one that will help you to ignite your future. You need these two smart young men, Howard Johnson and T. O'Neilly, filled with energy and promise to help deliver a new day for this island. Send T. O'Neilly and Howard Johnson to the house. They will make Eleuthera proud. Tomorrow night we'll be at R.M. Bailey Park in Nassau. Tune in to Channel ZNS. Saturday night we'll be in Bimini. We're taking all 5 in Grand Bahama. No, I'm not coming back to South Eleuthera. You send me Howard Johnson. I've been there. I left my message here. Don't be fooled by any foreigner coming to Eleuthera. You haven't elected a foreigner in Eleuthera for 40 years. These are your boys. You produce them. Don't let Abaco, Long Island, Cat Island, all of them send their own people in and you pick up somebody else. Howard Johnson, T. O'Neill is what we offer. They are good for you. Don't forget, the FNM web has a donate button. People all over the Bahamas, donate what you can to our campaign. We don't have monies like the PLP. They got plenty of money. They ain't gonna tell you where it come from, but they got plenty of money. We don't have plenty of money, we need money. We ask our supporters throughout the country to donate to the FNM's cause. I want to express my thanks and gratitude to Eleuthera. I look forward to you giving me these 2 to join our teams, and on election night, sit back and wait, because the FNM will be the government once again. Thank you and good night. I just want to send a shout out to a very important man who's here tonight. Hank Johnson! Welcome, Hank! Welcome, Hank! Come on board!